Hey guys, Juice23 here again, aka the old guy. In this video, looking at Gran Turismo Sport, and this is the Chevrolet Chaparral 2X VGT, or the Vision Gran Turismo. This is the Group X car, and I just kind of wanted to give it a test drive, show you guys what it looks like, talk about all the things that you can and cannot do with the vehicle. So I went ahead and painted this one. Kind of looks like Iron Man in my opinion. That was kind of what I was going for. So we are going to back out here, go over to the arcade, and we're going to do a time trial. And I am going to do this one at the Blue Moon Speedway, just because I find it easier to handle the car on this particular track. Time of day doesn't really matter. I'm just going to pick afternoon. And then make sure that I actually have the Chaparral, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I tend to mispronounce words a little bit here and there. But yeah, that's the paint job. It's the red flake special paint that that the Mileage Exchange had available for a few days there. And then it's got yellow as well too. I think that might be the Vegas yellow. I can't recall right offhand. Then we'll go ahead and let this load up here, and then I'll show you what things you can change here. So I do a lot of testing here with some of the vehicles. I took a couple of the Group 1 vehicles here, and then a lot of the Group X as well too. So you can kind of see with the Chaparral, again, hoping I'm saying that correctly, the Chevy. I do have that one topped out with a 32-second lap here, which, isn't that great, but whatever. So we're going to take a look at the car settings, and again, as with most of the experimental group, the X group, I think it's experimental, correct? Anyway, first thing you'll notice is you cannot level up either the power nor the weight reduction. So you're kind of stuck, it's a very light car, 992 pounds, or you can, crank it up to 1210 if you want to for any particular reason. But we're going to go ahead and drop it back down, to the 992, to the lightest weight possible. Not going to touch the traction control. You can change that if you want. And then obviously you can change the tires and the brake balance. The other thing that you're going to notice with these particular cars, I believe all of the Group X cars that I've run across, that I've tried out, you cannot change the differential and you cannot change the transmission in them, so you are stuck with the stock vehicle. And then we're going to go ahead and hop onto the track here. And I'm going to kind of go through the different views. I'm gonna stop driving poorly here. But the different views on this car, you've got the third person view, and I'm not even just letting the car coast right now. You've got the third person, the track view, the grill view as I like to call it. And then you do have a cockpit view for this one, and you'll notice you've got the 3 cameras. They're right in front of you, so you can kind of see the track behind you, what's coming up behind you. There's no mirrors on the car, and the car is still coasting at this point, so I haven't even started driving. But those are the views. So what I'm going to do is show you the first person view, the cabin view. And you can see as the car speeds up, you kind of lose sight of the track a little bit. And I am driving really poorly here. Yeah, as the car speeds up, that view does kind of become lost for you. And then as you slow down, that lowers down. So that's one thing about this car that I did not like, was, you do lose sight of the track as you go into these corners, and then it does drop back down once you start turning in. And you can see there it kind of obstructs your view. So finding your lifting and braking points kind of becomes lost. So I'm going to go ahead and switch the view. Get the vehicle slowed. And then you've got some kind of experimental engine that I don't quite understand. I think it was like a laser repulse technology is what they were calling it. Have to go back and look at that. But for this vehicle, you know, I kind of like the third-person view. Whoops. And I'm just sliding all over the track here. But the one thing that you'll notice too, and again, I think with most of the Group X cars, is you gotta slow down way before you get to the corner, just because of how fast they are. And so on this wide sweeping turn, you know, you can kind of hold the line a little bit better. And, you know, it does have a lot of downforce, but then here you can see, you know, I just lifted off the gas, or off the throttle, and it, you know, slid into that corner. So in this corner, this is a lot tighter, so we are going to brake. You know, and you notice that other than the engine on this car, it's very, very quiet. And, you know, the other thing I should point out at this point, you know, now that I've slid into the wall a few times, is I am using the DualShock controller to drive. I don't have a steering wheel at this point. So there I kind of braked a little bit. And we were able to get through that corner a lot smoother. So I'm just going to do one more lap here. I'm going to brake. Popped onto the throttle a little early there. But, you know, I haven't taken this one out on a road course yet. Just because, you know, it is a little quicker. I just haven't done it yet. And see, when you lift into that corner, you just slide all over the place. So maybe we'll just do one more, see if we can improve that lap time. So actually that was the fastest lap, even though I slid into the corner. And that one I did all wrong. So anyway, that is the Chaparral, the Chevy. And, you know, it does have a lot of downforce to it. It does corner very nicely. But again, you gotta slow it down before you get into the corner. Otherwise, you're just gonna slide all over the place with this one. And we'll just do one more here. You know, it does have that weird engine that kind of snaps. And then, of course, you know, the different views, that first person, whoa, slid all over the place there. Let's see, it does want to kick out in the back, but again, that might just have more to do with the controller that I'm using rather than the actual vehicle. You know, it might just be my poor driving too. So it does like to try to kick out if you're not, you know, at the correct speed, but again, that might just be, you know, a combination of the controls I'm using and then the way that I'm driving too. As you can see, even when I get slowed down, it wants to kick out, the back wants to kick out. And went really slow on this lap. Alright, but anyway, that is that vehicle here. So I'm going to go ahead and exit. You know, not terribly quick on that one, but again, you know, just kind of testing out the vehicle at this point. And again, you know, I don't have a steering wheel, don't have pedals, you know, I am just using the DualShock, so it is a little difficult to control. But that is that particular vehicle, the Chevy Chaparral. And again, you know, just kind of reviewing, you know, you can't change any of the power levels or the weight reduction. The only thing that you can do is add weight to the vehicle and, you know, drop it back down to the 992. You can change your tires, and then that is it. You can't change the transmission or the differential. So hopefully that will help you guys decide if you want to buy that vehicle. You know, again, I think when you go back to the brand central here, I think all of these are $1 million, million credits. Let's double check here. Yeah, that one is 1 million credits. You know, you can paint it. If you decide that you want to buy it, you know, you can paint it. And you can slap the decals on it, whatever you want to do there. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So again, you know, that is the Chevy Chaparral. And I hope you guys found that video useful. You know, sorry for the poor driving. But again, that's more just to show off the vehicle and let you guys decide if it's something that you want to buy. So if you do find that useful, let me know. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye.